Okay, we have a 1500 point battle report for you today. I'm playing, testing out that Eldar Corsairs book again that I picked up recently. And I'm playing against Space Marines. It's a 1500 point battle. There's some special character in the army that gives the entire army outflank, which is pretty crazy. So pretty much everything except for one squad over there and one squad that's already on the table is outflanking. That is actually a Storm Eagle. It's got different loadouts to it. It's a Forge World vehicle, different loadouts to a regular Storm Raven. And what have we got? I've put in some Outcast Vipers. I've got 2 squads. These guys got the Void Dreamers going, Wasp Assault Walkers, 2 Falcons, and some Jetbikes there. And we're playing Dawn of War and 1 objective each, capture and control. And I was forced to go first, but my opponent can now try to steal initiative if he wants. What do we got there? What do we got there? Oh, it's a 3. Okay. So I will be going first. It is Dawn of War, so back in a bit. I've reserved these guys. Everything else is flying on normally, and that's the only unit that's on the table right now. Oh, sorry, another one unit. Pardon me, a unit over there. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, so pretty, easy turn. Things moved on, went flat out over here. Moved on. Tried to see that squad behind there. Couldn't get far enough. Tried to see those guys back there, couldn't get far enough. This guy's got a big blast, so even though he doesn't need to necessarily see, because he can still blast and everybody scattered off of them. And that was it. So that was turn 1 pretty fast for Corsair Eldar. Okay, so bottom of turn 1 for Space Marines. Those guys moved on, so they set up with their missiles and stuff, or I guess they're taking position. Those guys tried to see over here, but could barely see in front of their own feet due to night fighting. And everything else is waiting to outflank on. Pretty interesting. I'm going to see if my Jetbikes show up right now on a 4+. Yeah, they're on the board for some reason. God knows why, but they're coming on. So, back in a bit. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 2 for Corsairs. What happened? Just moved up cruising speed, fires some missiles and pulse lasers in there, along with shooting from one of these guys who's in range before they jetted back over here with the jetpack move. Killed 3 guys, but they made their leadership. Over here, some shooting from this thing over here, webbed those guys, killed 1, and now they're webbed. That's pretty much it. These guys just flew flat out over here. Everything kind of stayed within the middle because my opponent's outflanking, so I don't want to give him any easy kills. And it is on to turn 2. We're going to see what kind of outflanking stuff shows up. So back in a bit. Okay, bottom of turn 2. So the only thing that showed up from outflank was this guy. He's on a jetbike, actually. I'm going to show him to you. He's pretty cool. He's converted to look like a Space Marine on a horse. We're counting him as a guy on a jetbike. Pretty awesome there, eh? He's the only guy that showed up. He went flat out with his bike way over here, and he did fail his first dangerous terrain, but he's a skilled rider because he's a character, so he passed that. Unfortunately, nothing else showed up. All this stuff is still waiting to show up. So some shooting over here, missile shot into here, missed, missile shot into here, missed, and it is on to turn 3 for Corsair Eldar. Okay, so bottom of turn 3 for Eldar Corsairs. What happened? Moved both these guys, up aggressively. This thing got a line of sight on that guy. It had 3+ cover save, but the 1 pulse laser hit got through and insta-killed him, so that was a real stroke of luck there. I was ready with this vehicle to do the same, but in the end I had to just fire some shots over there. What happened? Fired, Warwalkers fired at the remaining 2 guys there, gunned them down, and then jumped away. These guys over here were left to just fire some crack missiles at those guys because they're spaced out nicely. Killed 1 guy. Actually, I don't think killed anybody. I think all the cover saves and armor saves were made. We even tried to bombard them again with this thing, but to no avail. So we're going to see if stuff comes on. Hopefully stuff should come on. Let's see. Let's watch the rolls here. So 3+ to see stuff come on. That guy, he's on. The Stern Guard inside Lander, not yet. The Terminators inside that thing, they're on. Okay, so finally we've got a battle going. Here we are. Back in a bit. Okay, bottom of turn 3. Finally, this thing showed up with Terminators. Flew flat out, powered the Machine Spirit, launched 2 of its cool, Vengeance launchers or whatever they are, some kind of missiles, gunned down 3 of these guys. Actually, we have to make our leadership check. We forgot to do that. We make it with double 1s, alright. Well, so be that. Also, this thing showed up. So it just flew sort of flat out over here on the side. Gonna kind of go for me over there with some Meltas, things like that. And that was pretty much it. Missile from over there, hit into here. That Holofield's made it, so I just can't shoot. And it is on to turn 4. Rounding up, top of turn 4 for Corsairs. What happened? Everything moved around a little bit. Over here, despite a hail of fire, I only managed to blow away both of its big guns and make it so it can't shoot, but it has no guns left. All I was trying to do was immobilize, wreck it, or something like that, but no luck over there. Those cover saves really helped out. shots, these things shot at it. The vehicle shot at him. I ended up having to fire these warwalkers at it to try to glance it to immobilize it, but no luck. In the meantime, some shooting into those guys. The Night Spinner nuked. Killed only one guy, unfortunately, but they are webbed. And that guy went flat out because he couldn't shoot, so I went flat out towards that objective, just so I'm ready to move on to that soon. And we're going to see if that thing shows up on a 2+. For the love of God. Yeah, there it is. It's outflanking somewhere.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Alright, so it comes on this side. So it's coming on that side somewhere. Back in the Okay, so bottom of turn 4 wrap-up, because there is some combat starting. We've got a conga line of Terminators. 2 of them are attacking this guy. 1 guy is keeping the formation. 2 guys are going after this thing. This thing went fast. This thing went just 6 inches, so it'd be a little easier to hit there. In the meantime, there's also combat starting over here. This thing moved up over here. Wasn't able to shoot because I forgot to mention, I think, that we managed to actually shake it. But these guys popped out, didn't bother shooting because they just wanted to charge in and chop me down in combat. I think they're probably going to manage that, so we're going to see what happens there. In the meantime, missile shot into here, but my cover save worked because I went flat out from way over here. This thing finally showed up, rolled on 12 inches, powered the machine spirit, 1 last cannon got in here and made it so I can't shoot from holofields. So we're on to that combat. We're going to see what happens. Finally, okay, so what happened in that bottom of turn 4 over here, just can't shoot over here. Over here as well, just can't shoot because he went pretty fast. He went a little slower, but he's got the holofields going. That was pretty much it. These guys, of course, chopped down, killed all my guys. There's one guy with a power weapon, a bunch of attacks, some other dudes just killed me instantly over there and consolidated behind this building. And it's on to top of turn 5, so I've got to deal with this incursion over here. Plus those guys, too. That's going to be pretty nasty as well, so I got to deal with all this. I'm running out of resources. Okay, rounding up, top of turn 5, what happened over here? This guy popped out, used the psychic power, succeeded, rolled a 2, so I used the Gyrinx to re-roll the dice, got a 5, wounded on all of them because it was strength 6, 8, and 2. This guy only lost 1 Terminator from all those invulnerable saves. I had to fire these guys into there, only killed 2 more. I only got like 9 saves on him, but luckily he at least failed 2 over there, despite all this shooting, so these guys are still ticking. Over here, this guy, I decided to move him this way because I need it so that if this thing gets wrecked, those guys will pop out over there. In the meantime, these guys fired in here, connected, got 11 wounds from all their missiles, direct hits from all 3 missiles, but through some crazy dice luck, only 2 guys died. There's 3 left from 11 wounds, but so be it. Over here, I went flat out because I couldn't shoot. This guy moved over here. Moved over here, sorry. Fired into this thing, despite all of his guns with ballistic skill 4. I only made it so this guy's immobilized and can't shoot, so luckily he's at least immobilized. Oh no, he's not immobilized, sorry, he's stunned. I just got a stunned result through. Got 1 billion penetrations, but all of them rolled 1 or 2. Over here, he tried to just gun those guys down with his psychic power, but of course rolled an 11. Rolled an 11, so failed the psychic power, so be it. And these guys, popped over here, fired at those guys, popped away because they are jetpack infantry. I needed to kill more of these guys, but at least the sergeant is dead, so that helps. On to bottom of turn 5. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 5, what happened? Terminators decided to go in here with this guy failing to gun down more than 1 Terminator. The remaining guys very smartly double charged him and the vehicle. Didn't even bother attacking him, just went right after the vehicle. I tried to attack, put 2 wounds into them by some miracle with my useless weapon, but made their 2+ armor saves. Over here, these guys charged in, throwing crack grenades. Eventually, what happened through all that? Can't shoot and immobilized. So we're immobilized on this objective. Over here, what happened? This thing flew flat out, couldn't quite get close enough to contest, so it's going to be ready for next turn if it continues. These guys moved up, tried to charge into me so they could maybe kill me and consolidate on there, but couldn't get through the difficult terrain. Those guys just moved up and ran. They're pretty close already. They're closing in on that objective. This thing was unable to move or shoot, so we're going to see if the game ends on a 1 or 2. Roll it up. Here we go. Oh, game ends 1-0 for Eldar. Well, we own that objective. This one's contested. Thanks for the game. Appreciate it.
It ended up being fun.
Yeah, it was actually a lot closer than we thought at the beginning there. It got pretty close. So.
That's because I got these assault guys in there.
Yeah, those Terminators, hey man. Terminators, Thunderhammers, and Shields, they turn the tide for sure.